there.
Hello.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Just move up a bit. So, um, I see your name is Hide.
Yes, my name is Hide.
Okay, perfect, cool. So, my name is Cole, and I'm from Canada.
Mhm.
But I currently live in Europe. I moved away from Canada a couple months ago. Yeah, and you live in Japan?
Yes, I'm living in Tokyo.
Hmm.
Where in we're living where are you living?
Oh, where am I living? Oh, in Istanbul. In Istanbul, in Turkey.
Mm, so are you
Mhm.
on the trip?
So right now, the original goal was actually to move to Europe more long term, but it's been very complicated with variants and the pandemic and everything. So I might go back, but if everything works, then I'll just stay in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
You mean you wanted to move to Europe?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
um, that was the original plan, but it's very confusing with all the visas and the planning. And you think you have everything planned, and surprise, there's this new rule or a new variant comes out. Like right now, there's
Mm-hmm.
the Omicron variant, and that is going to cause some problems, and it looks dangerous. So there's that. Um, yeah. So because of that, it's been very complicated.
Mm-hmm. It sounds
Hmm.
interesting because Um, this is one of my reasons I started learn English.
Oh,
To someday I wanted to move to like foreign countries. I don't
okay.
know. Um, that was really vague, like obscure brand, but
Mhm,
I it's been almost over 5 years. I since I became a freelancer, and I wanted to
okay.
change my career
Mhm,
something different. So English is the first requirement to like outside Japan. Yeah,
mhm.
and actually I've been to Philippines. That is the famous as a among Japanese college student to study English.
Mhm,
Before pandemic, I was supposed to travel another
mhm,
country after coming back to Japan.
mhm,
Um, that is 2020 spring, so just
mhm.
happened pandemic. So
Okay.
when did you decided your current?
So, actually, it's fun. It's a very interesting coincidence because I had the same plan as you
Mm,
originally. So I was supposed to start properly traveling around the exact same time as you,
mm,
but I was supposed to go to Australia originally,
mm,
and I was going to do a working holiday visa. So I was supposed to start in about March or April of 2020, and we
mm,
both know how that went. So this whole idea, this started to kind of be in December 2020.
mm,
That's when I kind of decided I'm going to go to Europe, and then we'll just see what happens, I guess.
mhm.
Mhm.
So you during 2020, whole of 2020, you were stuck in Canada, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Mm,
The border to Australia closed. Um, really just before I was planning to go. I had
uh,
everything planned. I saved. Everything was planned, even to the small details. But I didn't plan for the pandemic. I didn't expect the pandemic to get so bad. I thought it would
oh,
just go away very quick.
yeah, no
But
one predicted.
exactly, yeah, no one predicted it. Yeah. Hmm.
Mm,
Yeah.
So, um, in Canada, where are you originally from?
So I was born in Toronto, but I grew up in a city that's in between Toronto and Niagara Falls.
Mm,
So the boring area. That's how we
mhm,
all refer to my city and the
Mm.
cities around us, the boring area.
I've just been to Philippines, speaking about
Mm,
outside Japan, but
mhm,
there were lots of um, Asian student in Philippines. There, they were
mhm,
planning to from Philippines to Canada directly after English school because
mhm.
they were also planning probably have a working holiday visa because the Canada is uh, also one of the famous countries being an Asian student to have to
Mhm,
being a working holiday.
mhm.
But they are also on the same page like you. So I don't know where they are doing, but so what did you do during 2020? Like to like you have to suddenly change your plan and you have to keep going something for living.
Oh, um, good question. Um, so in 2020, I had a main plan and then kind of a backup plan. I had I had there were a few different ways that I was gonna get to Australia in the end. Just in case the first part went wrong, this is the backup part. So at the beginning of 2020, I had just gotten back to Canada. No, sorry, 2019. I had just gotten back to Canada from Peru in
Mm,
South America, and my friend set up a job for me at his manager's restaurant. So I could
mhm,
work for a short time and then go to Australia after. The manager said, "That's okay. You can just work for a short time and leave." And then the pandemic hit. So I originally worked at that restaurant, and then the pandemic hit, and then I had no job for from April, May, June. In July, I got a job again on the other side of Canada. So I had to
mhm,
fly to the other side of Canada. That was part of the plan actually, but I was supposed to move there earlier, work, and then go to Australia from there. But
mhm,
because of the pandemic, it didn't open until the middle of July, and I
mhm,
couldn't start working until close to August. So that pushed everything back. So that's kind of how I survived. So for 2020, first it was just being at home, confused and scared. Will I get sick? What's going to happen? And then it was working on the other side of Canada, and then I ended up here. So that's how 2020 looked for me. How
mhm.
about you?
um as far as I know, I was just living. um like of course I have some project as a I am freelance designer, and
Hmm.
it's the pandemic was not so um like difficulty for me
Okay.
in a sense
Hmm.
because I am a person who hate being busy in working.
Hmm.
So I always keep my like save my project numbers. Um, but it sounds very awkward, but I feel very easy or relief because I felt like I was stuck even before pandemic. I'm
Oh,
it
okay.
was 28. I decided to go Philippines to study English, and
Yeah.
it seems too late, but I decided and I went. And but just pandemic happened. I have lost all of my purpose or like
Hmm.
purpose, and but back then almost everything of person everything like lots of people on the same page, so
Hmm.
I was not the like only one who who
Okay.
lost everything. And
Hmm.
I was used to being at home, and
Mhm.
I was always working at home,
Mhm.
so being at home all the day is very usual.
Mhm.
Yeah, just doing some project, but feeling is not so um complicated. I was really easy way. Mm.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, I understand. Um, so, and I just wanted to make sure I understood something correctly. So you said when you went to the Philippines, you were 28 years old.
Yes, back then
Okay.
2019.
Okay, and you felt like you were starting late.
Mm,
You wish you'd gone abroad earlier.
yes, I think so. Um, I've
Okay.
never thought about English is um required me because I
Okay.
feel like I feel like I'm already some sort of accomplishment being a freelance designer. Like
Mhm.
becoming the freelance designer itself is one of my purpose. But
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like was tired of like doing a small project,
Mhm.
unlike the design company's designer. I
Okay.
can't
Okay.
manage a so huge like project.
Mhm.
Mm.
Okay, okay, I understand. Well, I do agree with you that it is a big achievement, and if that's part of your purpose, I think that is a big achievement already,
Mm.
and I can actually kind of relate because I finally managed to live abroad for a longer period of time, and I'm 27 right now.
Mm.
So I also had the same feeling as you. I kind of wondered, um, why am I felt like I was doing it late, but now that I'm here, I realized it's not that I'm late, and you're not late either. It's just I think in both of our societies. So I think maybe I don't know about what it is like in Tokyo, but in my hometown, people kind of follow. Not everyone, but there's kind of an unspoken rule of
Mm.
most people will um, around me, and I kind of feel the pressure. They will go to university, graduate, um, then they'll start looking for a house, and they'll try to get married. They'll have kids, their car,
Mm.
and that will kind of be that's the accepted
Peer
life.
pressure.
Peer pressure. You
Uh,
go to the same bars, same restaurants, same places, and that's just going to be your life for the next 40 years till you retire.
mm.
And I didn't really want that, but because everyone around me was doing that, I kind of felt weird or like I was doing something wrong when I
Mm.
realized I wanted something different. So I'm thinking maybe you feel the same way. Everyone around you is going this way, and you feel scared to go this way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially,
Okay, same.
I don't know if um like for me,
Mhm,
like maybe most of Japanese people who have a dream to go like something else outside Japan
mhm,
feel like the language is the first and the hardest hurdle you have to go through. But
mhm,
like even like you, I read
mhm,
your bio somehow like
mhm,
you speak a lot of languages like
mhm,
fluently.
mhm.
What like why did you why did you start learning? Like for just in case or your curiosity?
Oh, so actually, I started learning only out of interest.
Mm.
Um, there was no when I first started, there was no goal. It was just I was really curious and I was interested, and I didn't actually plan to learn more languages. I only wanted to learn to speak French and German, and that was it. But then just when I finally saw that, because in Canadian schooling, they don't do a very good job of teaching languages. So I think many people, including me, believe deep down that we don't have what it takes to learn a language. So
Uh-huh.
when I did it on my own and I learned another way of doing it, I might have to explain next time we talk just because the time might run out. But that's kind of what led to it because I realized it was possible.
I'm looking forward to hear detail.
It was a pleasure talking to you so far. It's really interesting.